another video. So I've gotten a couple requests to make this video. I've kind of, been wanting to make it because people think that it's actually really hard to get into the YouTube thing and the Instagram thing and the, influencer thing. And by no means am I saying that I am an influencer, but I am trying to work my way up in terms of my YouTube channel and my Instagram page. And I found that by working with brands and collaborating, your name gets out there, people see your face, they kind of recognize you, and people want to work with you, such as companies and brands and all of that. So I recently have started out doing this. I uploaded my first video 6 months ago and I didn't think that anything would come of it, but it got a couple thousand views, so I was impressed with it, and it kind of kept me wanting to do more because I thought, oh, maybe people want to see this stuff. I'm really interested in it, and this has always been a passion of mine, so why not just see where it can go? And within those 6 months to now, I feel like I've really grown a lot, and I've learned a bunch of things that can potentially help people like yourself if you're watching this and you're new on YouTube, or you're just trying to start out and do the influencer thing. Then I feel like I have some really good tips for you. So in this video I'm just going to be talking about how I grew my channel from 0 subscribers to my current subscriber count, which again, in no means am I saying that I have made it or anything. I am just telling you guys my tips and tricks, what worked for me, what didn't work for me, in order to achieve that. I have collaborated with some brands on YouTube and Instagram, and I will be talking about that as well. So if you are into that and you want to see more, keep watching. Okay, so my number one step before you even start your channel is you have to really be in it for the right reasons. And I know you've heard this on every video, but it's so true. YouTube takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time out of your day. If you're busy all the time, you definitely have to plan, content days. So say if I was working full-time, which I was 6 months ago, I would plan my content days on like a weekend and get 4 videos done, and then kind of upload them throughout a period of time so that I wouldn't have to rush home from work and when I'm tired, try to create content, because I want to create content when I am of sound mind and able to kind of be creative, which I am not after a long day of work. So I always had content days. But yeah, make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. Don't do it for the paycheck. The paycheck won't come if you're in that mindset. If you're doing it for the paycheck, just click off this video. Don't even bother. If you're actually interested in like making people laugh, being an entertainer, being an influencer, then this might be the career for you. You just have to always, remind yourself why you started at the beginning. If you're not really getting any views or you're not seeing your channel thrive how you want it to, you just have to really remind yourself, this is what I want to do. The views will come. I promise you, the views will come. You making great content, posting, people are going to watch it. It's going to be recommended. YouTube's going to recommend it. It'll get out there, but you have to really love what you're doing. So yeah. So the next step is something that a lot of people struggle with, and especially starting out, it's very difficult to do this. So step 2 is to find your niche. And by niche, I mean you have to kind of have a theme within your channel. You have to, say what you are. Are you a vlog channel? Are you a lifestyle channel? Are you hauls and review channel, gaming channels? Like there's so many different types of niches, and it's really important to kind of, find your niche, because it'll help you find your audience. It'll help you find your group of people. My niche is, basically everything lifestyle related, which is a huge niche to be under because there are so many people doing it. But I mean, if you believe in yourself and you have good content and you want to get it out there, then that's up to you, which is totally fine. But it's really a smart idea to kind of buckle down in your niche and figure out exactly what you want to post and what you're doing here on YouTube. Also, a good tip is when you first start your channel, make sure that you're posting videos that you love so that your niche could potentially find you. And when you first start your channel, you can kind of post whatever you want because you don't have too many people watching, so you can kind of guide it in that direction. Whereas if you have a bunch of subscribers and they're used to seeing you doing routine videos, haul videos, and then you do like a cooking video, you know, you might not get enough views on it or whatever it is because your audience is so used to seeing that side of you. But you never know. You can always kind of like, you know, push your boundaries for your niche and go out of them and like, I don't know. It's what I've been trying to do. I mean, I tend to stick to my certain types of videos, as you know, but I had a workout video, I did, you know, a story time, so it's kind of me seeing what works and what doesn't, what people want to see, what they don't. So you kind of have to be mindful of that as well. Another thing that I wanted to touch on was equipment. I personally believe that you don't need to go out and buy that fancy camera or, you know, fancy computer and editing software. There's so many alternative ways to do YouTube and make videos now. So I obviously film on my phone. I've been filming on my phone since I started. I do have a camera, but I just think the phone is the easiest way. The quality is great, especially if you have an iPhone. There is an app on the iPhone called iMovie, and you can literally edit your videos on there and post them, and it's totally good. If you have a Mac, you definitely have iMovie, and that is what I edit my stuff on. But if you don't know anything how to use iMovie or even iMovie on your phone, I would suggest for you to watch a couple YouTube videos about it and kind of educate yourself, because it really is the best tool when you're uploading videos and you're editing, and it's just great. You don't need to invest in that fancy camera just yet, just in case you think that this isn't the right thing for you to be doing. You don't want to have wasted money. And I think every YouTuber uses Final Cut Pro, and Final Cut Pro is like $400. So I think it'd be fair to use your YouTube money to support your YouTube career, if that makes sense. So for step number 4, this took me a while to kind of like get, but always make your page, your channel look as professional as possible. And what I mean by this is to have, you know, your channel art. Your channel art has to be like eye-catching, because it's really the first thing people see when they click onto your page. But even before that, your profile photo or whatever it's called, you have to have a good profile photo, preferably something that has your face in it. It's eye-catching, like people want to click on it. So that is important, and thumbnails are super, super important, because that's what's gonna make people click onto your videos. If they see, you know, say I went hiking and it's just like a black picture, like of nothing, no one's gonna wanna click on that. Versus if they saw I went hiking and saw this amazing sunrise and all of this stuff in it, yeah, they're a little more intrigued to click on it. So I would always recommend creating custom thumbnails, because people want to click on them. Okay, so now we're gonna talk a little bit about collaborations and brand deals and all that. So what's important and what's really worked for me is to kind of create a media kit. When I first started out, I literally wrote down a huge list of brands that I want to work with. Okay, sorry for the transition, but I wanted to add in that my first kind of like collaboration brand deal type of thing, it happened when I was around 300 subscribers on YouTube. So my first collaboration was the Romway video that I made, and I was really, like, my subscribers were low. Like, I didn't have a crazy amount, and I grew a lot from the collab on Instagram and both YouTube as well. So I do think it's important that no matter how small you think your brand is, or no matter how much you don't believe in it, or even believe that you're gonna get it, you know what, chances are you might. Like, you literally, sounds cheesy, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And my friend actually told me to start like emailing brands and like getting my name out there, and I was like, what's really gonna come of it? But like, it won't hurt if I try. So I tried, and literally, you know, I got a deal out of it, and I got sent things, and I did a whole giveaway from it, and I got a lot of attention from it. And then from then on, I realized, okay, maybe I can do this. And I have so far been, you know, I have had 5 collaborations so far, and I'm actually working on something too, and it's a paid sponsorship type of thing. So you never know what's going to fall into your lap, so don't quit. Even when you're at the beginning, just try your best. And so I got all of their emails by typing in, say I wanted to work with, you know, Zaful. I would type in Zaful PR contact. And basically PR contact is the public representative contact, and that'll just put you in touch with their marketing or their media team. So in this email, obviously you want to list your name, your age, what your, platforms are. If you have multiple platforms, I'm sure, they like to see a bunch of different things. But you kind of want to state what your goals are with this brand. So when you're writing your emails, you kind of want to say something along the lines of, hey, my name is Emily. I am, 22 years old. I have always loved this brand. This is my audience, women ranging blank, 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 of all shapes, sizes, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I could represent your brand well because, and then kind of just end it off on a good note. Thank you, look forward to hearing from you. And then you kind of attach your links. So say Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, whatever it is, attach your links at the bottom so they can reach you. And then you kind of wait. You just give it a couple days. Some brands respond, some brands don't. And then sometimes brands will reach out to you, which is the best because you didn't really have to do any work for it. So yeah. So I'm like reading off of notes, but in the media kit, it kind of is just going to include like the number of people that you're following, your audience demographics, if you've worked with other brands, obviously an intro about yourself, if you've collaborated before, and there's a difference between collaboration and sponsorship, which I'll touch on after, and your pricing is really important to include. So from my experience, I have only done collaborations so far. I don't think that I have built up enough following to really ask for a sponsorship yet, which is totally fine with me because collaborations are basically when you reach out to a brand or they reach out to you, they want to send you things to promote, and it's just a win-win for both because you're getting free things and they are getting a promotion. So for example, with my Cupshe collaboration, they asked me about my demographics. They asked me, to go on the website to pick a certain amount of things that I'm interested in, send it back to them, and they should send it to you, no fees. They cover shipping, they cover everything. And then a sponsorship is basically you are being paid by the brand to promote said brand, which is a dream. When I post a photo on Instagram, I get tons and tons of comments of like Instagram brands being like, hey babe, DM us for a collab, like, whatever. And you go to their page, before you go to their page, DMing on Instagram or commenting on a photo is super unprofessional, and I don't think that an established brand is gonna wanna, work with you by commenting on your photo. So that's red flag number one. If a brand doesn't email you right away, and they just kind of comment on your picture, then it's kind of a scam. Usually they want you to buy their products in exchange for you promoting them. So it's a win for them and a lose for you. So you never want to get sucked into those little collabs or pyramid schemes. I'm not sure what they are, but they're sketchy. And it goes both ways. You should never Instagram DM a brand. You should always, write a professional email, let them know that you're going to be professional about it, let them know that you want to work with them in a way that's, professional. Anyway, those are my tips and tricks on how to kind of grow your YouTube channel and a little bit about how to grow your Instagram. I'm still learning a bunch of things about everything to do with YouTube and Instagram every day, and I have just found that these things have so far worked for me, especially in terms of collaborations. It is so, so important that you are taking the next step and you are emailing brands and you're being proactive about your brand, because brands are not going to throw themselves at you. You have to do the hard work. And I'm not going to lie, it is hard work. I am working on this all day, every day. I'm treating it like it's a career, but it's also a huge hobby. Like, I love making videos. I love, editing, and whatever comes with it, that's great. That's just a benefit. If you are into the whole influencer thing, treat it like a career and make sure you work hard at it, because it's not going to be handed to you. Brands aren't going to be throwing themselves at you unless you have, this amazing following. But if you're just starting out like me, you really have to work hard at it, and that's something that I've learned. Nothing is going to come easy in terms of YouTube and Instagram. It doesn't fall into your lap. It is something that is earned. Also, something that I really forgot to touch base on was how to get monetized on YouTube. So basically they've changed it, I believe, from like a little while back. You need at least like a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, and you need a minimum of 4,000 hours of watch time within 12 months. So I posted my first video November 14th. So say in 12 months, if a year goes by and I have not reached 4,000, watch time hours, it'll reset and I'll have to wait another year until I get monetized, which is sucky. But I mean, sometimes all you need is that one video that like goes viral and you'll get your 1,000, you'll get your 4,000, you'll get monetized very quickly. But sometimes it takes time. Make sure that you're constantly uploading during the first 12 months because you have a higher chance of, people watching your videos if you post more. So yeah, that was my little tips and tricks on how to grow your YouTube channel or your Instagram page in 2020. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If there's anything I missed, just let me know down in the comments. And I am always documenting tips and tricks that I've learned just so I can share with you guys. So if those are something you want to hear, just let me know. You can give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and you can even turn my post notifications on to get notified every time I post. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.